Alright, so we've got our chainmail underneath our weft armor here. We're not going to test them individually. We're going to show exactly how this combination really worked to help booster and buoy each other in a rough fight. So again, you wouldn't be, lining up to bat to hit. You would have been moving. You would have been flexible. So I'm going to do a couple of different strikes before I actually hit to show how these guys used their kinetic energy to build up a shot. So I wasn't just going to aim for the person in front of me. I'm going to be aiming for their friends on either side. So as you can see, we did quite a bit of damage to our short friend's head here. A little bit of damage here. And really, we didn't do a whole ton of damage to our breastplate. Got a little bit of a puncture, but this didn't break through the other one, and it certainly didn't do anything to the armor underneath it. So if I was to just manage to get an actual baseball swing in for funsies, this is what it would look like. And you can see some indentation, but again, we're not actually cutting through the armor. Really, the thrusting was what did this. So if I can get in between and hit one strap rather than two, then I can break through. But it still doesn't do anything. Oh no, it separated one ring. Separated one ring there. So he might have felt a prick, but it probably wouldn't have done much more to him than that. Probably just would have annoyed him. So there you have it, Viking armor. These guys knew what they were doing when it came to designing the stuff that would keep them safe on the battlefield. So now we're going to try it with the axe, the Vikings' preferred weapon. See what we can do here. So that was an interesting, I wasn't really expecting that, but to be able to drag and to pull, I might have been able to get the opponent at least to show his head to me, and then to switch and to come back. Now, that would have taken a little bit off, but that chainmail didn't take any damage. If he had been wearing a chainmail coif around his neck, he would have just been annoyed. I probably would have given him a good bruise, and he would have hated me even more. So let's try it again. Okay, that cut a little bit. And let's get a belly cut in here, because we all know the Vikings were mean. So that did a little bit more. That had the possibility of either bruising the ribs, maybe fracturing, at the very least making life uncomfortable for him. And it did move the chainmail, but it didn't do anything to it, damage-wise. So, really the most vulnerable areas here are going to be under the arms, and of course if you can get underneath to where you're not hitting any armor. So let's try an arm shot and see what that does. Okay. So it cut a little bit, but nothing terrible. If I were to come straight down on the shoulder, where this doesn't cover, and just do a straight shot, again you get that kind of dragging sensation, but it didn't actually do any damage. Oh wait, no, we got a little bit of a cut here. they'd probably want to fix that before the next fight. But ultimately, it wouldn't have stopped them from continuing to fight. Now, this is actually a throwing axe, which wasn't commonly done on the battlefield. You usually didn't want to throw your weapons away. But if you were good at it, it could be pretty devastating. Let's see how good I am. I make you no promises. Oh, here we go. You can see where it hit, but also that is indented now. So that probably would have cracked something underneath it, or at the very, very least, given a particularly nasty bruise. So let's try it again for funsies. Okay, that one didn't quite go the way that we wanted, but it did have some effect. It folded the armor down, so I'm sure one of my friends could have gotten in there and done a little bit of damage. So see, even if it doesn't work exactly how you had it planned, you can still kill people. Don't kill people, children. That's frowned on. So there you have it. Viking armor and what it can do.